Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today's very exciting because Ella Meets is finally back after a 3-month hiatus of not doing any photo shoots, and now we're gonna do one in the middle of the desert. I don't know how many photographers are going, and I don't know exactly what to expect, but here's what I know right now. I know it's south of Palmdale somewhere, and that there's gonna be a stylist there to style some setups, and they're gonna be at least 50 feet apart. This is the first event that I'm going to do in public with other people, aside from me going out shopping to go get groceries. I'm taking my own precautions and keeping my distance, taking my mask, and doing all those things. I'll be honest, even though a lot of places, a lot of gyms, restaurants, and places are opening, I'm still very cautious about going to a lot of places because I know this sort of quarantine situation isn't over. I'm really excited. I have no idea what this is gonna look like. It sounds like a fun adventure just to go meet up like some people that you kind of know in the middle of the desert somewhere. So let's get going. The cool part about this drive was that I got to pass through the LA National Forest, and I hadn't been in a long time. It was a peaceful, scenic route that I didn't know I needed. I even turned off my music for a bit just to appreciate the nature around me, and before I knew it, I was in the desert and I arrived to a group of cars. All right, just got here. I brought my boombox and I brought a little hat and my face mask. Still a lot of sun out. I'm probably gonna wait about an hour to start really shooting. I'm gonna scope out the area and see what's going on with everybody. I made my way in and saw a few of the models just heading onto the sets, and Rachel and Brittany were checking in with the models, making sure that they were styled and ready to go. Brittany brought a bunch of different items to style the models with, and I think the styling of the entire event took it to another level. I started looking around to see what everyone was shooting and where everything was, and I saw that there were a few sets scattered around dirt paths and a small building with a small set inside. I mapped out where the sets were mentally and what vantage points might make for good shots. After that, I started warming up with some photos. All right, been shooting for a little bit, just trying to get familiar with the area. You know, I'm carrying this. I'm very protected. There's some cool wind that's like giving this cool little hair effect. For the light is still really harsh. I don't have any Indee filters with me, but we'll see how it gets later. In the beginning, the harsh light was pretty challenging to work with. It kept me on my toes and looking at my camera settings pretty much throughout the entire day. In that moment, I was thinking to myself, I should bring an Indee filter with me at all times for any of the outdoor shoots that I do. And I think next time I'll be doing that. But as the sun went down and some of that light started to get more diffused, I was starting to get more comfortable with my camera settings and get better shots that I want to show you guys in a second. But first, let's take a look at some of the footage of the models. Okay, so now that I've had some time to review my photos, I wanted to show you guys my top 5 favorite shots from this meetup. I'll leave the models' names and IG handles in the description box below. So first up, we have Amber. This is a simple, clean-cut portrait pose. On the left side of the frame, there was a bit of harsh light that I was able to go back and Photoshop and fix. My favorite part of this whole shot, I think, is just the mixture of texture in her outfit and then the background that she's in. But also the background has that sort of rust texture, and I think it gives a lot of life to this photo. What could have been done better, I think, is more of the separation between the background and the foreground. But overall, I think I like the framing nonetheless. Next up, we have Michelle. And I like the frame within a frame aspect that I try to hide in here, and really the color vibrance in this one. The power pose in combination really works well with that bright energy. I think it reflects that sort of yellow that's going on in her outfit. Depth of field is a little bit better than the previous shot. Could have been a little bit better. The vibrance of her outfit and her power pose, I think, makes for a really good photo, and that's why I really like this one. Next up is Asiah. This is in the same environment, the same photo booth that Michelle was in, but in this shot, Asiah's giving off a much different personality. I think the depth of field is much better. You can't really see all of the greenery in the background, but I really like that for this shot. I think the color in her eyes, her face, and the rim of the sunglasses really brings your eye towards that center. I think the overall framing could have been improved by me raising the camera or lowering the camera a little bit more so she's more balanced. But for this image, I'm going to be cropping this down for IG. I'll be able to readjust and reposition her for that. Next up is Indee, and this is one of the closer shots that I did. I think the vibrant colors in her hair against the greenery and the details make this one really stand out. And her face is a little bit covered in the middle, but there was a lot of wind happening. The amount of texture that's going on in this photo is really good. It shows off some of the light reflecting off of her sunglasses. I think the vibrant colors and the ability to see the details around her are what really draws me to the shot. Next up is Hazel, certainly last but not least. I think this one is my favorite shot from the entire shoot. There's a couple things that I do like about this. First off is the pose. I think this resembles like a superhero figure. I think it's very strong, very confident. The color of her hair contrasts well with the green behind her. The depth of field here is probably the best of the entire shoot. Overall, she comes out very crisp, very clean against that background. Separation from that background is really why I like this as my favorite photo. So there you have it. Those are my top 5. Which one was your favorite of the 5? Let me know in the comments below. Overall, I thought this desert shoot experience was really fun. I got to work with models that I hadn't worked with before and in a new location. I think what I've learned really is to take an Indee filter so that I'm more comfortable in shooting images in really bright, harsh light. And shout out to Rachel for organizing the event and Brittany for styling the event. I think that took this meetup to another level. And thanks to the models who came out, because without models, I would just be shooting landscapes. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and smash the subscribe button for more content like this. Also, check out more photos on my IG handle at GregxPerez. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.